Am I pushing my ex-boyfriend away? That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Oftentimes, women may be doing this unintentionally, and we're going to be explaining how this happens and what you can be doing moving forward to avoid unintentionally harming a relationship that you want to save. But first, my name is Clay with modernlove.life, where we help you get the great loving relationship that you're looking for without having to play mind games, without having to play hard to get, and without having to pretend to be someone or something that you are not, because you deserve to be loved for the unique, amazing, and wonderful person that you are. And if you agree with me, please do me a favor by hitting that thumbs up button so we can send a message to the YouTube algorithm that these are nice videos and that they might want to help promote someone's channel a little bit more. It takes just a second of your time and it helps us out immensely. So please, if you like these videos, hit that thumbs up button. Also, you can feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed so that you can get notified when we post new videos. You may also want to know about our course called the X Solution Program. It walks you through the process of actually saving a relationship and getting back together with your ex. It doesn't just follow the, tired old advice out there of do no contact, wait for him to come crawling back over broken shards of glass, make him jealous, all that BS. This is about how to form an authentic, genuine, emotional connection with your ex so that you can save the relationship and get back together. Anyway, information on that is down in the description box below this video. If it's a good fit for you, feel free to sign up. If it's not right for you, that's okay. Not going to twist your arm to sign up. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. So oftentimes after a breakup, people can be unintentionally what we call relationship focused. That is to say, they want to save a relationship. Obviously, they probably didn't want the breakup to begin with, and so they want to get back together with that person to save that relationship and get another shot at making things work out. However, if you are relationship focused, it can often have unintended consequences. By relationship focus, I mean where every action, every move, everything that you say or do is intended to try to bring you and your ex back into a committed relationship. And again, it is totally possible to get back together with your ex, but you can't do it from a place of prioritizing getting back together above all else, especially if you're not acknowledging where he's at emotionally. If you do that and you are relationship focused, what actually ends up happening is that it comes across to him as if you are more interested in getting the commitment so that you can feel better about yourself than you are about actually understanding what he's going through, understanding what he wants, understanding what his needs are. And that's going to cause him to not believe that you are understanding him, not believe that you're getting him, not believe that you are empathetic towards what he's looking for, which is, of course, not going to be a major indicator that he should be in a relationship with you. In fact, it actually feels like you're using him as a means to an end, which is not a fun experience. It's just like, okay, I want to tick the box of being in a relationship, of getting back together, of being committed or married or whatever, so that I can feel good about myself, and you just happen to be the warm body with a pulse that's standing in front of me to help me get that. That doesn't feel good. That's not what he may want. Probably not what he wants. And so what you want to do is you want to kind of reverse things, not be so relationship focused, but instead be what we call connection focused. And when you're connection focused, you realize that it's not the commitment or the relationship that's going to give you the connection that you want, but it's actually the other way around. It's connecting on an emotional level that's going to naturally and organically get him to want to commit to you. So what we do, and this is probably how the two of you actually got together in the first place. You met each other somehow. You said, oh, hey, this is an attractive person. Let's see if we have anything in common. You started talking. Maybe you went on a few dates or something. And then it was like, hey, we have a lot in common. Let's actually be in a relationship. That's probably how it happened. We all know that when you go out on a first date with someone new that you're not in a relationship with, it's sort of a faux pas to say, hey, like, when are we going to get married? What are the names of our kids going to be? Like, how many people should we invite to the wedding? I'm thinking like a July wedding. Like, that's kind of a faux pas. But oftentimes people will try to do this when they're trying to save a relationship. But remember, we want to build the connection first, because the connection organically leads to the commitment. It doesn't happen the other way around. Even if you were somehow able to force the commitment, it doesn't necessarily mean that the connection is going to be there. I mean, I'm sure you probably know lots of people out there, or at least one couple out there, that they're technically together. They might even be married or something, but there's no passion or aliveness in their relationship. It's just kind of like they're going through the motions. There's no vitality there. Maybe they haven't actually broken up, but they're just kind of coasting, getting along. They're kind of like roommates or something. And we don't want that for obvious reasons. We want a connected, alive relationship. At least that's what I'm guessing you want. That's why I'm guessing you actually want to get back together with your ex and save that relationship. It's because you believe it's going to give you something great and powerful, not just so you can go through the motions and all that. And so what we want to do is we want to put the horse before the cart and actually focus on connecting on an emotional level. So how do you do this? Well, we do have a whole video series on what we call advanced relational skills. I'll put a video card link to that right up there in the corner. So if you're new here, if you don't know what I'm talking about, that can be a great place to start to learn about what we call advanced relational skills, which are a mechanism that we encourage people to use to create an emotional connection. Now, the emotional connection is really the fundamental thing. It's really the primary thing that you should be focusing on when it comes to making a relationship work and, actually getting back together. There are lots of other things that people will get worked up on and worry about. They'll worry about like how long it's been since the breakup. They'll worry about if there's a rebound relationship in the picture. They'll worry about like social media activity, or why did he post that photo? Why did it take him that long to reply to the text message or whatever? But that's not what you should be focusing on. You should be focusing on the emotional connection. Now, sure, some of these things might be symptoms of a poor emotional connection or a lack of an emotional connection. Now, you want to pay attention to not the symptom, but what's happening beneath the surface that could cause him to behave in a certain way. So, for example, yeah, he may not have responded in a timely manner to a text message that you sent him. And sure, admittedly, he might have been busy, he might have forgot his phone at home, something might have come up, whatever. But outside of that, if there is an emotional cause to it, it's probably that he's feeling a lack of connection. Maybe he feels like the two of you want different things because maybe in the past you've been more relationship focused than connection focused, or whatever the case may be. But that's symptomatic to a poor or less than ideal emotional connection. And we want to focus on that emotional connection. And what that involves is understanding where he's at emotionally, meeting him there, and then slowly guiding him towards actually connecting on an emotional level. This is very important. We can't just sort of force our ex to meet us where we're at, where we want connection, when he maybe doesn't feel that way. Maybe he's not convinced himself. Maybe the two of you just had so many poor interactions in the past that he thinks that the two of you are on different wavelengths or something like that. We need to meet him where he's at. So if he has doubts and suspicions and he's hesitant, we have to meet him there. This often involves having low investment types of interactions that can kind of help him to relax a little bit more, help him to see, okay, yeah, there isn't some sort of like hidden agenda. You're not kind of outcome relationship focused and all of that. And we can just sort of relax, get to know one another, connect more, bond more. And then as he starts to open up and start to feel a little more comfortable, you're kind of slowly building up that emotional foundation. And like anyone who he is connected to emotionally, and obviously he's attracted to you, otherwise the two of you would have never been in a relationship to begin with, he's going to naturally start thinking about the two of you getting back together. In fact, this actually happened to a client of mine recently who, her ex actually just basically confessed after they had a great meetup a week or so ago. He said, like, hey, I want to make this work. And if this is going to work, we both got to be all the way in. And, they kind of went back and forth on it. And so it's like, okay, yeah, if you get the connection first, then the relationship, then the commitment will follow. That's a really important thing if you're having problems with your ex-boyfriend. And many times when you are not connection focused and you're more relationship focused, you're just highlighting that disconnect between the two of you, and it's really unintentionally repelling him. So you have to make that shift from relationship focus to connection focus so that you can actually create that emotional foundation that's going to serve as your foundation, that leverage that you have to get the connection and the commitment to organically follow the connection. Okay, so anyway, I hope this helps you out. Once again, if you do want to learn about our process for doing this, we have our course called the X Solution Program. You can find out more about it in the link below this video. If it's a good fit for you, feel free to sign up. If it's not right for you, that's totally okay too. But anyway, yeah, thank you so much. If you did like this video, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up so we can once again send a message to the YouTube algorithm. If you do want to learn more about advanced relational skills, please check out this video series over here, or you might want to check out this video over here. But once again, my name is Clay with modernlove.life. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Please take care.